Welcome to the video covering the post-fixture operations. The operations department ensures that all voyage documents, such as notice of readiness in load and discharge ports, statement of facts, letters of protest or letters of indemnity, if any, cargo documents, bill of lading, and inspection certificates are properly issued. The operator submits the freight statement to the post-fixture department prior to arriving at the discharge port. Furthermore, if there are claims related to the voyage, these are submitted by the operator to the post-fixture department upon the completion of discharge. Supporting documentation for each claim includes the actual bunkers and time, and possibly other expenses that should be charged to the charterers. The operator is responsible to request this statement from the master, duly signed and stamped, and to cross-check if the data provided by the master are accurate before submitting to the post-fixture department. The post-fixture department is responsible for the collection of income from charterers. The team's daily routine includes the calculation and invoicing of freight and claims based on the agreed charter party terms, the monitoring of freight and claim collection, as well as the collection of all necessary documentation for potential disputes or discrepancies that require negotiation with the charterers. Target is to maximize the claims recovery and minimize the collection delays to accommodate cash flow and decrease the cost of capital associated with the outstanding amounts. To achieve their target, the post-fixture department ensures that fixtures are executed with the proper interpretation of the charter party clauses, shipping terms, and industry practices. Next, the team reviews and issues freight invoices, demurrage, and other reimbursable claims timely, and at the same time nurture commercial relationships and communication with charterers, brokers, and agents to facilitate effective settlements. Each claim has a time bar, meaning an allowance time period for the owner to notify the charterer and submit the documentation. The post-fixture team facilitates the sign-off and sends to the charterer the claims well in advance, as these are not valid after the time bar expiration. Additionally, the team requests the disbursement accounts department to double-check the port calls for items charged to the charterer and the operations team to verify that there are no pending expenses for charterer's account. Apart from the freight and demurrage, the post-fixture handles other claims based on the charter party clauses. Indicatively, the speed-up claims refer to extra bunkers consumed in cases where the charterer orders the vessel to sail with higher speed than the agreed one. Usually in the charter party, the agreed speed is about 13 knots. If, for example, the vessel is instructed to sail with 15 knots to arrive at the discharge port earlier, the steaming consumption will be increased. The extra amount is charged to the charterers. The heating claims refer to the extra bunkers consumed to achieve the instructed cargo temperature by the charterers. The boiler consumes fuel to heat up the cargo, and this extra consumption can be material. The disbursement claims have to do with port expenses that are for charterer's account. These costs could be either officially defined items by the world scale or agreed in the voyage charter party. The interim port claims are activated in case there are more load or discharge ports than the initially agreed freight rate. If the freight rate is based on one loading port and one discharging port, but the charterer instructs partial discharge at a second port, there will be an interim port claim. Specifically, the extra bunkers and port expenses will be compensated by the charterer to the owner, and the extra duration will count as demurrage. The deviation claims refer to the bunkers consumed and time needed to deviate from the direct load to discharge routing. For instance, in case the charterers change the discharge orders while the vessel has already started sailing towards the initially intended destination, the post-fixture department submits a deviation claim. The detention claims are supported by reasons within the charterer's responsibility in situations where the vessel is delayed or prevented from sailing and neither laytime nor demurrage is running. There are also claims related to specific ports, countries, or transits. For example, Turkish Straits claims refer to bunkers and time costs in cases where the vessel waits to pass the Bosporus and Dardanelles Strait. The charter party defines the time in excess of the delay's allowance, usually 24 or 48 hours, after which the waiting time is for the charterer's account. The detailed review and correct interpretation of the charter party, as well as the knowledge sharing among teams, enables the successful post-fixture operations, but also improves the negotiation capabilities of chartering officers during the pre-fixing stage. This brings us to the end of the video on post-fixture operations.